Summer's all about getting together with friends and family, so if you are planning your next group getaway, here are some great things to keep in mind from travel journalist Onika Raymond. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm just getting travel tips, like right before we came back on the air. You've got 7 tips, though, that you swear by, so we're going to go through them all. Let's start with the very first one. You're going to get everyone involved in the planning process.
This is so important. Now, look, it is a blessing to be able to travel with friends, but it's very important that everybody feels included in the planning. So one of the things I suggest is to break out that Google document that everyone can kind of collaborate on. Break out Travelify is a really good website and app for that as well. And furthermore, make sure that you assign roles and responsibilities. So one person can perhaps book the accommodation or look into it. Another person can look into itineraries. It's important that everybody has their say and everybody feels comfortable with what they're going to be doing on the trip.
The best work projects are the ones where everyone has a role, and we feel like we're kind of lame when we have to do that with our friends, but it works.
Oh, it definitely works, and nobody's left holding the bag, and nobody drops the ball.
Totally. Yeah. Okay, so next, you got to talk about your goals when it comes to money.
Oh, well, many a relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, has broken up due to money issues. So it's really important to talk about how much you're planning on spending for this trip. You know, are we going to be doing 5-star dinners? Are we going to be eating at the local fast food joint? It's really imperative that everybody is on board with regards to that. So make sure you discuss it. Also discuss your goals. I mean, you may have a beach getaway in mind, whereas your friends are into hiking Patagonia. And so in order to manage expectations, communication is always key, and we want to make sure, particularly when it comes to money, that everybody is comfortable with how much is going to be spent.
Sometimes you really want to match with your besties when you're traveling, so how important is to coordinate packing?
Well, I don't know about you, but I certainly do not want to be the ugly duckling in a group of swans. And so it's also really important to kind of make everybody aware of what type of events you're going to and how to dress accordingly. Whether or not they're going to be needing sneakers or trainers, whether or not they're going to have to kind of up their game and be prepared to slay. I know that with some of my girlfriends, we plan a couple of nights out, and sometimes we want to coordinate. We want to wear bright colors, we want to wear all white. It always looks lovely for photos. So important to make sure that everybody is aware.
Yeah, and that tip applies to all genders, for sure, to make sure that everyone knows. For sure.
Absolutely. Particularly when it comes to, you know, sport, like needing sporty clothing, things to walk around and be comfortable in, so on and so forth.
Keep in mind, though, you don't want to overpack. So what's the best way to cut down on your luggage?
Think of having a group packing list. Now, think about, does everybody need to bring a laptop? Does everybody need to bring hardware like cameras? If we designate certain people to bring certain items, i.e. shampoo or hair straighteners, we can cut down on the number of items that we bring. We can often save on those luggage charges when we check bags.
For sure. There are times when not everyone is going to want to do the same activity. I myself, I need alone time through the day. Yes. So how do we keep track of each other when we are traveling together?
I am a huge fan of using WhatsApp. So WhatsApp, it's a communication tool, and we can keep track of everyone. Another great thing, or another great use for WhatsApp, because all you need is a Wi-Fi connection at the end of the day. Another great thing about WhatsApp is that you can send photos back and forth, and therefore elect somebody to be the group photographer, and then you can put all of those photos in the group and share them really easily.
So this next one, depending on how the night goes, you might hit it off with someone, or maybe not, but how important it is to establish the rules with your group beforehand on what happens at the end of the night.
Sure. So one thing to establish is whether you're going to have a mates before dates night or whether it's going to be every man or woman for himself. Really talk about these rules of engagement. If you meet someone, what is going to happen? Particularly if you really hit it off, what are the sleeping arrangements going to be if you're sharing a hotel room with your friend? So make sure that you discuss this openly. Also, if you're going out and if drinking is going to be happening, make sure that you designate a sober person or a designated driver. Safety is always key.
Most importantly, perhaps, you say be flexible when it comes to timing. What does this mean?
Yes. never plan more than 1 or 2 major sightseeing or itinerary activities per day. You will move slower as a group. There will always be, tortoises and hares in our group, and we want to make sure that we accommodate everybody. And it just alleviates stress when we know that we don't have to move from point A through to point Z over the course of the day.
Finally, Onika, we really want to congratulate you because you are so often a solo traveler, but now you'll be traveling in a group of your own because you've shared some really exciting news on Instagram. You're expecting a new one.
I am, and it's extremely exciting. And I'll be looking to you and all the other mamas at your morning for travel tips with a baby.
Oh, yes. Snacks. Snacks, seriously, are the key to every
Love it.
problem. We're very excited for you. And
Thank you.
You've been documenting your pregnancy on your Instagram.
I have.
And sharing some of your stories while traveling, because you are still traveling.
I am. I was in Spain and Tunisia, and I was in Bermuda, and I did all of these things pregnant, so traveling through first, second trimester. It's really exciting.
Very exciting, and we're so excited to follow
Thank
along
you so
through
much.
the next years, months, all the things. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Kelsey.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.